Viraj to make this delicious cake. So let's get into it! Hi, I'm Anisha.
Hi, I'm Viraj.
Today I'm going to teach you how to make a delicious cocoa powder red velvet cake.
And I will be helping along, and I also help to make the recipe.
Viraj, would you like to tell the audience the ingredients for this recipe?
Of course I would, Bihan. Here we have 3 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt.
Now we're going to mix all these ingredients in a big bowl preferably. And lastly, the salt. Alright, so I'm done mixing it. It should be a whitish brown and preferably no bumps. What are the ingredients for the wet mixture, Viraj?
Well, it's very simple, Bihan. Here we have 2 cups of sugar, preferably granulated. Here we have 4 egg yolks. Now it's important to be sure there are yolks and avoid the whites as they will be added later. Now here we have half a cup of butter and a teaspoon of white vinegar, and lastly another teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Alright, so first I'm going to mix the butter and sugar. And this half a cup of butter. And next, these egg yolks. And the white vinegar. And lastly, the vanilla extract. You can also use essence if you want. So next we want to mix the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients we just made. Just drizzle it slightly. And now you're just going to want to mix. Alright, so now I finished mixing it and I want to add 1 cup of buttermilk.
Yummy.
Alright, so now you can add your desired amount of red food coloring, but I added 1.5 teaspoons. And for the last ingredient, we're going to want to put in the egg whites from 4 eggs.
So, while my sister back there is mixing, I have already preheated the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. It's warming up.
Okay, so while the oven is preheating, we're just gonna want to take this butter. If you want, you can melt it. With this basting brush, I'm going to baste with butter this round cake pan. So it's very important you also get on the sides. If you want, you can use non-stick spray, but we don't have a non-stick spray, so we're using butter.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Why do we use the butter?
so that the cake doesn't stick to the pan.
I see.
Make sure you look at the consistency of the dough. It should be around like this much.
So kind of flowy.
Yeah.
So now we need to pour this mixture into the cake pan that we've already set up, basted with butter.
This is so satisfying. I'm going to put the red velvet mixture into the oven for 30 minutes so it can bake. We sprinkled some icing sugar over this delicious red velvet cake.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah. Now let's just taste it. Oh!